What up? Um, let's see if anyone pops in. This is my first time doing this on mobile, so. The fuck? That was not a fart, trust. Gotta put the green screen up. What are we feeling for green screen? Life of Chuck is the green screen. What's up, Marvel DC Marshlands? Not too much, man. Not too much. How about you, man? I meant to post a short review for this movie, but Life of Chuck is awesome. It's not like an action movie by any means, but like that terms of awesome. But it's a great freaking movie. Made me tear up a little bit. Not gonna lie. Tom Hiddleston, man, what an actor. Um, Other than that, though, I don't really know what other things to talk about. Um, Superman or Fantastic Four? That's a really good question, actually. Um, I'm leaning a little bit more towards Superman, but the recent Fantastic Four marketing has been really, really good. But I'd say Superman. I'm a little bit more I'm a little bit more confident in Fantastic Four, but Superman could make or break this universe, and I'm really looking forward to it. I feel like James Gunn can really understand that character. Theodore, what's up, dude? What up, what up? Do a kickflip? Um, I mean, I don't have a skateboard, but I would if I did. What up, Charlie? What's up, dude? Yup. Um, but yeah, if you guys just want to ask anything, go right ahead. How many subs? Last time I checked, I have 368. Which, if you like this kind of content, uh, you should subscribe. Best Hulk movie. I mean, there aren't really any great ones, but I guess the Edward Norton Incredible Hulk. If I had to pick one, I guess better than the Eric Bana one. Totally agree. Yeah. Hey, thanks, man. I appreciate it, Theo. Um, Silver Surfer TV series. That would be cool. I want more Silver Surfer. Um, let's talk about this movie. If it wants to load, Bring Her Back. What up, Shot by Shot? Yeah, Bring Her Back. I watched this for the second time on Monday. It's it's brutal, and I love it. Um, Theo, I was literally just guessing. I don't even know, dude. That's just a lot of people's nickname, I guess, for Theodore. Had a Silver Surfer animated series back in the 90s. That's cool. I did not know that. But yeah, bring her back. If y'all liked the movie Talk to Me and haven't seen this yet, go check it out. I'm gonna go turn on this light. There we go. Okay. Y'all can see me. Jay Clark, what's up, dude? Thought Talk to Me was okay. I mean, if you like that kind of movie, definitely check this one out because it's the same directors. Um, yeah. Says bring her back. Everything's not. Yeah, it is. This one in particular, man. This movie, it gets insane. Necromancy. I don't know. Talk to Me is overrated. That's completely fair, honestly. I really love it. Um, that was one of my favorite like theater experiences. Do you want to see Bring Her Back? Yeah, it's a really good one, man. It's a good one. Um, let's see if there's any other movies that I need to talk about on here. Oh, this one's a good recent one. The new Mission Impossible. I get why people didn't really care for this one. I loved it. Really good, fitting conclusion in my opinion. Um, if you guys liked it, didn't like it, if you even saw it in general, let me know your thoughts. Got one like on here, man. Bring it up. Bring it up. John Wick spinoff Ballerina. I'm seeing that tomorrow as well. I think my ticket is for like 650 CST. So shot by shot, I agree. Talk to Me is overrated. That's completely fair, honestly. If y'all didn't really care for it as much as I did, I completely get why. There's not a whole lot of like, you know, depth in terms of like the characters outside of the main character, but man, that movie is just like a hell of an experience. Um, okay, let's see what else. Oh, this is a good one. Okay, Final Destination Bloodlines. Did think that both Sinners and Thunderbolts were decent. Lilo and Stitch remake. Yeah, Lilo and Stitch was cute. I loved Sinners. Uh, Thunderbolts is really good. Favorite movie of this? Yeah, favorite movie of this year is Sinners for me as well. Love that freaking movie. Final Destination. This was a really good sequel. I honestly agree. Marshlands. This is like probably my favorite. This one or the first one, I would say is my favorite. I do really love 2 and 5 as well. 2 and 5 are really fun. Three's okay. 4 is terrible. Um, but yeah, hold on. Let me try and find Sinners on here. My backgrounds. Um, Here we go. Okay. There's Sinners. Um, Me and my dad saw Final Destination and thought it was actually decent. I still like three more. That's completely fair. I think three is just a lot of fun. It's like not amazing. Has probably the best lead character of the whole franchise though. Three definitely seems to be a fan favorite. Tanning bed scene is one of the best kills. Agreed. Yeah. Sinners. Sinners. Incredible movie. If y'all didn't see it, if it's available to see in your theater, go see it on the biggest screen possible. If not, it just went up for it went up on digital yesterday, I think. Well, yeah, yesterday. So, um, definitely check it out. If you didn't see it already, check it out. This movie, it's all about a group of twins who are mobsters in like the 1930s. They open up a bar with stolen money from a gang up in Chicago, and they go down south, open up this bar, and the opening night of the bar, there's a group of vampires that like go down on the bar. It's awesome. Would have preferred more vampire action. Honestly, that's fair. That's fair. I think there was a decent amount of vampire stuff. It didn't really need to be like an entirely like vampire centric movie, which I did really enjoy that it wasn't. Um, so yeah. Let's see. If you guys have any like movies you want me to review, let me know because I can talk about pretty much anything. If Sinners doesn't win an Oscar, then that would be a huge disappointment. The story is so interesting and cinematography is great as well. Yeah, uh, it's fantastic stuff, dude. Fantastic stuff. Plus, the soundtrack is awesome. If that don't win, like any awards, like best soundtrack, Sinners 2. I don't know if it was really confirmed, but there's been speculation that Warner Bros. Wants to move on without the director of the first movie. And I don't really know how I feel about that. But at the same time as well, I'm glad that he's stepping away from the sequel because like I don't want a sequel to be made because honestly this could be really really cool. If he was attached, I think it'd be really cool if we got like a spin-off or a prequel. But other than that, I don't really know if we need a sequel necessarily. Best Superman movie. Um, in my humble opinion, Man of Steel. I don't know if it's a popular opinion to say that. I know like the diehard Superman fans, like from the comics, say like, "Oh yeah, it isn't Superman," but honestly, it's like the movie that really made me like the character. It's like a metaphor of like, what if a like Jesus Christ walked the earth again, and how would people react to it? And I think it's really powerful. So I don't think we need a sequel. Yeah, as a sequel, no. I would like a spinoff. A spinoff would be really cool. If like we're diving into like more of the vampire lore and stuff like that. That could be really cool. Um, let's see here. Trying different stream features. Let's try this. Okay. Y'all answered the question up here. I'm honestly fine if we don't get a sequel, but I do think there's potential. Yeah, I agree with you, Marshlands. Ugly Stepsister, I have not seen. It is on my Shutter watch list though. I've heard it's pretty good, so I definitely want to check it out. I heard it's like very much in the vein of like The Substance from last year, which I do really enjoy The Substance. Um, I heard there's a scene to do with feet though, and I think feet are disgusting, so I'm not really looking forward to that. Sinners and Thunderbolts, yeah, great movies, great movies. I also really loved Warfare and Novocaine from this year. Those are great movies. Um, what was the other one I was gonna say? Um, I already talked about Life of Chuck. That was a great one. And then Bring Her Back, also one of my favorites. Yeah, both are fantastic. Love both of those movies. What up, Davey? What up, dude? We are just talking about movies for this year, man. Um, Hell of a Summer. I watched about a month back. That's actually a really fun movie. I really enjoyed that one. Final Destination, Bloodlines, favorite of the year. Nice, dude. That was a good one. Have had a good bit of fun with Captain America. I mean, it was fun. I enjoyed it too. It was fun. Not my favorite of the MCU by any means, but it was fun. Um, Let us see here. Um, Warfare. Do I have a background for Warfare? Because that was a really damn good movie. Um, that was the week after Minecraft. Here we go. Okay. Yeah. Warfare. Watch this movie. Sinners and Thunderbolts, my two favorite films of the year. Catching Finishing Scheme, Dangerous Animals, and Ballerina Tomorrow. Nice, man. That is some dedication though. A triple feature. I think I said it a little earlier, but I'm seeing Ballerina tomorrow, and then I'm seeing Finishing Scheme. Like, I think I'm seeing it like a couple hours before Ballerina. So, hoping that's good. Excited for the new Predator movie? Yeah, Predator, the Killer of Killers looks really cool. I I'm also really looking forward to Badlands. Badlands is awesome. It looks awesome. I like Bring Her Back, but I was hoping it would give me a little bit more meat on the bone. Yeah, that's totally fair. There's not a whole lot of like depth I've noticed with the Philippos movies. We were talking about that earlier. Talk to Me doesn't really have a whole lot of depth outside of like the main character. I think what they do with Andy in Bring Her Back was really deep. Just they kind of underutilize it a little bit by the end, but I mean, hey, if you didn't care for it, that's totally fair. I really did though. Um, Definitely looking forward to Dangerous Animals. Yeah, Dangerous Animals. That one looks cool. I've heard it's pretty good too. So, shot by shot, honestly, this is an awesome year for Predator and Aliens. Yeah, yeah. Give it 3 out of 5. Yeah, I mean that's totally fair, man. That's totally fair. I want to say I give it like a 4.5 out of 5. 28 years later, dude. Yes, let's talk about that movie. Here, I got the background ready already. Okay, this movie, dude. This freaking movie. Oh man, the marketing for this movie. I loved the marketing, man. This was one of my favorite, like most anticipated movies of the year when it was first announced. And then when they first dropped that trailer, man, when they first dropped that trailer, I was so stoked, man. It looked creepy as hell. The the poem that they used in the trailer background was so creepy, so eerie. I love the cast. The posters have been awesome. There was an animated clip that I saw earlier where they used the poem from the trailer as the background, and it was so cool. It was like all like sketchbook animation, and it was so creepy, but it was so cool. Make sure to hit the like button, show her Mike's. Thanks, Davey. I appreciate it, dude. I need to get caught up on 28 days and 28 weeks. Oh man, dude, y'all gotta watch those. The first one of my favorite movies ever. It is an incredibly low budget, so do know that going in, but it is a really cool movie. Very intense. One of the first movies I think that used the like the running. Would you consider them zombies? Like infected, like running infected creatures in the movie, and I think it's utilized so well. The camera work is really, really good, even for being like shot on 2001 digital cameras. Looks great. Ah, man. Yeah, those two movies. I really like 28 Weeks Later. It's not nearly as good as the first one, but it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. It's a little bit more action heavy than like horror, but the opening scene in 28 Weeks Later is really intense, really cool stuff. I consider them zombie movies, even though they're not technically called that. Yeah, the like the own like set of rules or whatever, where it's more like the rage virus rather than them being undead. I do really like that. That is a cool idea, and also one of the most heartbreaking scenes in any movie I've ever seen is in the first one with the blood drop in the eye. If you know what I'm talking about, oh man, like that is such a cool idea of like transferring an infection in a movie like that I've ever seen. That is really cool. Ever considered making your own film? Oh, dude, plenty of times. Plenty of times. I've written out so many spec scripts, or at least tried writing out spec scripts. Some of them have worked out, some of them not so much. But I have a completed script that I wrote like I don't know 2 years ago. Not not proud of it by any means. It's like I don't know, like 150 pages long. It's not very good reading it back. It's like very clear that someone my age wrote it. So, um yeah, I'm 17 by the way. So, and it was written 2 3 years ago. So when I was 15, 14, it's all in the rewrite. Yeah, I do kind of want to rewrite it, make it a little bit, tweak it up a little bit. Um, but yeah, I yeah, there's been a couple other ones that I've written. There was one short that I wrote, which I do want to make at some point. I have a couple people lined up for casting, but other than that, it hasn't had a move in like a month and a half now. Yeah, editing. Yeah, that is very true. I want to get someone to look it over with me, like both of those scripts. I do want to have someone like help me look it over because the first one is a long script. The second one I've had a couple people look at and help me make some tweaks to it. Um, But, other than that, there really hasn't been like a whole lot of cut down as of yet. I do need to trim it down just a tiny bit though, I will say. At least for the short. The first one that I did definitely needs some cut down. I'll say that. I'll say that. Yeah. It's an interesting story. It's an interesting story. My cat is on the move, guys. Hold on, let's see if I can take this off. No green screen, or okay. There we go. Okay. Flip my camera. We got my cat on the move. He's caught. All right. I've been working on my first feature this summer, and it's been a rough ride. Um, if I can give any tips, honestly, man, I would say just like I don't know, like try and keep it as personal as you can because I feel like the more personal like emotion that you put into the script, I feel like or like in like passion into the filmmaking, that's what makes it feel, unique, feels uh, you know, personable. It feels like you have a style to it, and I think that definitely does help. I've tried putting that into a couple of my scripts, and I feel like the bits of those scripts are like my favorite parts of those. There was like that original one that I was telling you all about was actually based on a dream that I had a long time ago, and I tried basing it around that as much as I could, and that's the part that I really like. The other stuff, not so much. In the very beginning stages of developing a comic, that's awesome, dude. Romero style zombie story that takes place in a setting like my hometown, a landlocked town in Alaska. So, like 30 Days of Night with Romero's zombie style. That's cool. I like that. That sounds really cool, dude. Oh, man. Yeah, that sounds awesome. 30 Days of Night, also very cool movie. I like the concept a little bit more than the execution, but I feel like, if someone was able to like take that a little like to the next level, that'd be really cool. The effects in that movie in particular are really, really cool. What is my cat doing, bro? What is he doing? He's hiding behind the curtain. Oh, buddy. Oh, he peeked out. Cats are endless. Yes, dude. As soon as you get a laser pointer, as soon as you get a laser pointer and a cat, they are very entertaining. A Marshall Bluetooth speaker. No, it is not. Um, I if it's what you're talking about over there, that is a subwoofer. um, a Vizio subwoofer and a plant. There's a ton of random shit. Oh, my cat's here now. Hi, buddy. Thought you saw it in the cabinet. Um, no, it's I got a landline phone, my internet router's over there, and a couple of other plants. Yeah, that's about it. Total creep. Nah, no worries, no worries. Yeah, I do that a lot. I'm not gonna lie too. Well, watching streams and shit, I just see that kind of shit. It's just like, yeah, yeah. Oh man. Um. Anywho, if you guys have any more questions, I'm willing to take them. I probably won't go for too much longer. It's already been a half hour and it's almost 1 in the morning for me. So, yeah, getting a little late. My cat left me. I am lonely. My cat left me. Let's see if my laser pointer lures him out. Maybe. It's either a laser pointer or food that draws this little booger out. Most anticipated horror movie of the fall. Um, that's a really good question, my friend. Well, speaking of, he's back. Hey, buddy. Um, I would say weapons, but that's more. It's in August, so I guess that's still summer. Um, maybe Predator Badlands, if you'd call that a horror movie. It looks a little bit more like sci-fi than horror, honestly. Um, what else? Honestly, don't really know what else there is coming out this fall. Yes, that shows just how much I've looked at the release calendar this year. Um, oh, Frankenstein. I guess if you could call that a horror movie. I know there's like the thing about Mia Goth saying it's not really a horror movie. It's more of just like a personal drama sci-fi movie, which that's cool. Um, I would have said The Bride if that was still coming out this year. The Jesse Buckley movie that looked really cool. Um, what was it like? Christian Bale as Frankenstein. That was pretty cool. That looked pretty cool. I think that got delayed till 2026. I think. I will say next year though, the Resident Evil Zach Kreger movie, that is one of my most anticipated movies of next year. That looked really cool, and the werewolf, I think it's called Werewolf, the Robert Eggers one. That sounds really cool. Thanksgiving 2. That's a good question, honestly. I feel like at this point we would have heard if it was coming out this year, but I mean, you never know. I am really looking forward to it though. I feel like Eli Roth could do something really fun with that. I mean, I really enjoyed the first one, so I mean, it could be fun. I'm hoping it's a fun sequel. Me and my friend came up with a theory that because like, there was uh oh there was like some scenes in it where it looked like John Carver had a different build than his actual reveal character, that there was actually like two killers behind the whole thing, and the other killer is going to be revealed in the second movie. I'm hoping that's true because that would be really cool. Favorite slasher of all time. That's a good question. Um, what's up, Jason? How's it going, brother? Oof. American Psycho is probably my favorite horror movie of all time. So if you count that as a slasher, I'd say American Psycho. Too sexy for these streams is crazy, brother. I appreciate it though. Oh man. Um yeah, that I do love the original Halloween. That is one of my all-time favorites. Oh yeah, American Psycho's awesome, dude. Hilarious movie. I remember one time I was watching that with a couple of friends, and that was like one of my favorite movie watching experiences I've ever had. I think it was on stream actually, not on my channel, but on one of their channels. We were watching it. It was like for a October watch along series we were doing, and that was one of the movies we picked. And man, that was that was a fun stream. Finished editing my review for Bring Her Back. I think you said you watched it. Yeah, great movie, man. I loved it. Glad you enjoyed it too, man. The animated movie I think I've watched the most. Ooh. Um, that's a really good question, actually, because there was a lot of movies that I watched back in the day when I was a lot younger that I watched like on loop. I know a lot of like DreamWorks movies, like original like Shrek 1 and 2, Megamind, the B movie. Funny enough, that movie, even though it's pretty bad, Shark Tale was on loop. Um, Lion King, Aladdin. There was one of my favorites when I was younger was Over the Hedge, which if you've never seen that movie, it's actually a really funny movie. Like still to this day, I think is really funny. That's a fun one. Megamind, that one was one of my favorites when I was younger. Ah, what else? I've seen Into the Spider Verse a lot. Lilo and Stitch is a good one though. I watched blah, blah, blah. American Psycho in the theater when I was in high school, as a senior in high school, and it totally blew my mind. Yeah, when I first watched it, I um I remember liking it, but like it was one of those things where it's like it was a very unique movie. You either love it or you hate it. Um, yeah, I yeah. I watched Too Distracted, working on stuff from my channel. Yeah, that's fair, man. That's fair. Um, I know I watched so many times Tarzan, Shrek 2, Over the Hedge, and Balto. Balto was one I also watched when I was younger. I used to have the VHS for that one. Um, Over the Hedge, so many harsh reviews for no reason. Yeah, it's a fun movie. June and July, looking to be busy. Doing review series for Iron Man, Superman, Fantastic Four, and a Predator review series on the second channel. That's awesome, dude. Thought Over the Hedge was pretty decent. Yeah, it's a fun movie, man. Especially when you have nostalgia for it. It holds up. It holds up. Oh, another one, Surfs Up. I used to watch that all the time when I was younger. That is such a fun movie. Banger soundtrack. Um, if Davey's still in here, that has a lot of Green Day in there and Incubus. So that's a fun one. That's a fun one. Um, yeah, that's a fun movie. I remember one summer I ended up like recently, a couple years ago, I ended up watching that like 4 or 5 times just because like I was feeling nostalgic. I also watched American Pie 4 or 5 times that summer just because like I was in a silly goofy mood, man. Right now, I've finished my video reacting to One Piece Season 2 Chopper reveal and working on Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein. So many trailers from Netflix. Yeah, Wicked. I watched the trailer. I wasn't really a fan of the original, and I know I've gotten a lot of backlash for that opinion. I think my most disliked video on YouTube is my short review for that movie. So, funny enough, funny enough. We're gonna eat good this year. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So many good movies coming out, man. Um, like what else? What else we got? Um, I mean, just like outside of this summer, we got a lot of bangers coming up. Yeah, that it is my opinion. I know. I got one comment saying it's just like, sometimes it's okay to be wrong. It's like, okay, yep. I mean, maybe I am wrong, but I also just didn't really enjoy it. For now, I think the month of May has been the best month of movies. I would mostly agree, honestly. I think every week there was a really good movie that came out. Um, you know, Thunderbolts was week one, and then Clown in a Cornfield, May 9th, Final Destination, and then, yeah, Mission Impossible and Lilo and Stitch, really fun. I didn't really care for Karate Kid. Um, But I did love Bring Her Back. That was a great movie, in my opinion, at least. I don't. It's been a little controversial. Some people just saying it was okay. I'm in the camp saying it was awesome. So, Peter Pan, Neverland. That one, I want to say that one came out like it was like limited release in like February, maybe January. I didn't check it out yet though. Um, I think it's on digital now though, and I do want to possibly check it out. Pretty good time with Wicked, but I usually enjoy most of the Oz movies. Yeah, Wizard of Oz. That's a great gateway movie. So yeah, that's such a classic, man. That movie holds up so well. Very good movie. Katie, come here. Come here, bud. Katie's back. Say hi, buddy. All right. I think he wants to play. Yeah, he wants to play. Yeah. His little dangly squid toy. Yeah. There you go, bud. Um, yeah. Wizard of Oz, classic movie. I've never really even been a fan of like the Wicked musical when I first saw that. I just thought it was kind of an unnecessary movie, or not unnecessary movie, unnecessary story. Um, but I don't know. I kind of get why people like it. I'm also just not huge like on musicals in general, even though I do love the original Wizard of Oz. Um, the Wicked is just not really my thing. Not a huge like Broadway fan, I guess I can say. I like musicals, just not a huge Broadway person. Even something like Chicago, if you guys have ever seen that. Um, that one, it's more like what's the word? Like vaudeville esque rather than Broadway, which I do usually like vaudeville stuff, and even that just rarely wasn't my thing. I don't know. Just I guess the style of Broadway isn't really my thing. Oh, never saw the original musical of Wicked. Yeah, I think I want to say it debuted in like the '90s or something like that. And that wasn't even like the original version of it. I don't think was the Broadway show. For me, it'd be either Atlantis or Treasure Planet. An animated movie you feel would love, or you feel needs or would love to see in live action. Um, Atlantis would be really cool, actually. I could see Treasure Planet being cool. How to Train Your Dragon. I know that. I mean, that one's been coming. Is coming out soon. I think that is actually a really cool idea to have in live action. Even though I've heard it's pretty much just a shot for shot remake. Um, it's a cool idea to have in live action though. Atlantis. That would be a fun one to have. What else? Like, I don't know. I've heard some people say recently the Black Cauldron, the original Disney movie from like 1985, I want to say it could be really cool in live action. And I haven't seen it in years, but honestly, yeah, I think that would be kind of cool. Especially because like it doesn't have really a whole lot of like great recognition. Um, Never saw the OG musical either. Yeah, I think there's like a cut of it on like Disney Plus or something like that. With it might have been like the show when Adina Menzel was in it. Um, the film version of Little Shop of Horrors. Yes. It's been a long time since I've seen it, but yeah, I watched it. I watched it when I was younger. The Rick Moranis one. It's a fun movie. Feed me, Seymour. Black Cauldron would be amazing. Yeah, as a trilogy of live action movies, yeah, that would be really cool. Actually, that would be cool. It's been, like I said, it's been a long time since I've seen it, but in live action, I think it could be really cool. Faux show. I probably won't go on too much longer, guys. Probably like another 5-ish minutes. Gonna get me some water. I'm a little thirsty. Been doing this drink free. I don't know how I'm wearing a sweatshirt right now, by the way, guys. It is, you know, beginning of summer. It is hot. Last night in particular, man. Like I was sweating and I was sleeping in my basement. So like it was hot. It was hot. Thanks for the stream, man. Keeping me entertained while I work on shit. Hell yeah, man. Hey, God bless, bro. Glad I could keep you entertained. That's what I strive for. 34 degrees, we're dying. Out here, I want to say we're at high 80s, low 90s all day. So that was something. And we're Fahrenheit, not Celsius, because, yeah. America. But yeah, that's 34 Celsius. I can only imagine. Shoot. 11 p.m. and still 85 out here. Dude, shoot. I mean, I was out in the Phoenix area for a little bit, like around Christmas time. And even then, it was still like, decently warm out there. So I can only imagine what it's out like right now. It also rained today, so it wasn't, too cold, too hot, too cold. So that's good. But yeah, with that said, I think I'm probably gonna wrap it up, get some Z's. But thank you guys for hopping in the stream. I really appreciate chatting with y'all. What movie am I looking forward to in June? June has some bangers coming up for sure. Honestly, I'm really looking forward to Ballerina. Seeing that tomorrow. So, and 28 years later. So, yet have a good night, everyone. Jason, Davey, whoever was in here. DC, Marvel, DC, Marshlands. Thank you guys for popping in, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out.